How's it going, everyone? It's Mike from PC Classic Cars, back with another virtual description. Today we are going to talk about my 1973 Ford Mustang Mach 1. This is a vehicle that I actually bought from a local customer in the Dallas area. He owned it for a while, and then apparently the backstory before that is he bought it from another gentleman out of the Texas area that had it over 20 years. So it's been in Texas for quite some time. The dealer information on the Marty report says that it was originally a Texas car as well, so probably has lived its entire life in Texas. This is a true Q code numbers matching Mach 1. We do have the Marty report and the Ford invoice for it as well, which is really, really cool. On the driveline, like I just mentioned, it does retain the original numbers matching 351 Cleveland, runs extremely well. One of the best things about this car is it does have the aftermarket ram air setup on it. Obviously, being a 73, you would have never had the ram air setup on it, but you can buy it from multiple different aftermarket parts outlets. But it's probably the best thing you can do to any 1971 through 1973 Mustang that's got the NASA hood on it, is that ram air setup just looks killer when you pop open the hood. So it does have the aftermarket ram air, not a factory option for the 73, but it looks great in there in the engine bay. This one is backed by the C6 3-speed automatic transmission, shifts up through the gears, down through the gears, goes in and out of reverse like it should. Transmission does everything that you'd want it to do. You have your power steering, power front disc brakes as well. And then this one is equipped with factory AC. The AC has been converted to R134A, and it blows really nice and cold. The heat also works. On your exhaust system, it still retains a stock style set of manifolds, and then everything after that is going to be aftermarket. You do have full dual exhaust, aftermarket mufflers, and then full tailpipes coming out the back. Sounds really good going down the road. It has a nice aggressive muscle car sound, but it's not too loud where it drones you out going down the highway. Take a look at my test drive video. You'll see me personally driving the vehicle. It'll be about 9-10 minutes long. I'll dive more into the mechanicals during that video, but it is a great driving Mach 1. On my doesn't work section, there's a handful of just little nitpicky items that are not working. Probably about an afternoon's worth of work or a weekend's worth of work to fix everything if you have to, but it's all minor nitpicky stuff. This has a factory voltage light. It is not a voltage gauge. The little dummy light for the voltage reading is not coming on. It does have an aftermarket stereo in the hull, but the stereo is not powering on. When you turn your headlights on, the dash bulbs are not there, so probably needs a conversion or new bulbs for the dash lights. And then the exterior turn signals work, but the interior turn signals, when you click it left or click it right, they're not, the little green bulbs on the dash are not flashing properly. The interior flashers work, so the flashers, the green lights on the dash for the flashers work, but the turn signals do not, so I'm not sure what's wrong there. And then the washer fluid sprayers and the console clock. So all really nitpicky items, all of your main functions. Again, the exterior lights, all the gauges outside of the voltage light, and then your wipers, your heat and AC, all that stuff's good. So just some really nitpicky things, nothing that inhibits your ability to drive the car. You could spend, like I said before, an afternoon or weekends fixing those little nitpicky things to get it 100%. Take a look at my doesn't work section. I have a screenshot of it posted on my website. It is also in multiple places. It's in the advertisement at the end of the photos. Also in the additional informations tab, there's a bunch of really good information in there. So click on that, check it out. It'll show you all the photos of the flaws. It'll also have that doesn't work section in there along with the Marty report. On my normal pre-inspection, fluids looked good. You do have some miscellaneous little drips like any old car is going to get from sitting from the bottom of the power steering, bottom of the motor, transmission. You do have some little drips, miscellaneous little leaks that you're going to get from any old car that's not being regularly driven. I'd classify them as normal classic car little drips, not major leaks. Obviously, if you go out to the car after driving it for a while, you might get a larger leak, and at that point you might have to repair something. But right now it's just all kind of your normal wear item stuff. The suspension and the steering components have definitely been replaced at some point, and they check out good. There is a little bit of cracking in some of the wear items like the bushings on the bottom, but that's all just kind of nitpicky stuff. The drivability for the steering and the suspension, it all feels really good from the front end all the way to the back. On the exterior, one of the best colors is going to be 2B bright red. That's the color that this car is. It's the original color. It's been repainted. And this one is really cool because it's got the very unique Levant. I believe that's how you say it, is Levant, which is basically the half vinyl roof. I might be mispronouncing that, so excuse me if I am. You don't see them very often, but it's basically a half vinyl roof. The vinyl looks like it's in good shape. The back piece of trim that separates the vinyl from the painted portion of the roof is like an aftermarket piece of trim. The rest of the trim looks original. The aftermarket piece, they don't remake that piece as far as I could tell. So someone made one. So it's got an aftermarket piece of trim that separates the vinyl from the paint on the roof. It has brand new 15-inch Magnum 500 wheels with brand new 235/60 and 255/60 tires. So you have that really nice aggressive muscle car stance. The body is very solid. The repaint shows very nice. It's a good quality paint job. Represents very, very nice front to back. It's got some smaller imperfections and little flaws here and there. The front bumper's got some little stress cracks in it. The top itself is in nice shape. Again, just minor little cosmetic stuff from walking around the car. In my additional informations tab, you will see good photos of all of the imperfections on the inside and the outside of this car. So take a look at that, and it'll show you all the stuff that we're talking about during this video. On the interior, it's code GA, which is the black vinyl interior. The seat covers are brand new. The rest of the interior is still in very nice shape. Like the carpet and the mats also look newer, but the door panels, the gauges themselves, the headliner and the visors are a little bit older, but still represent nice. Gauges are very easy to read. The console's in good shape. Like I mentioned earlier in the video, the console clock and the stereo are not working, but that's easy stuff to get going if you have to have it. In the engine bay, like we mentioned earlier in this video, it does have the aftermarket ram air setup. Outside of that, it looks very stock and OE appearing. The ram air setup they used mimics the original setups that you could get on the 1971s, but it represents very, very well. The paint on the engine, the inner fenders, the firewall, all that stuff looks really, really nice. On the underneath, obviously being a Texas car, it's extremely solid. The floors, the frame rails, all that stuff represents very nice. I didn't find any current rust issues. You do have your factory undercoating on the bottom, and some of that is flaking off in a few places, but that is really, really it. The engine oil pan has a little dent in it from probably going over a speed bump, but it's not cracked. There's no issues with that. Just a little nitpicky, just kind of disclaimer thing there that I like to really disclose everything to all of my customers. Overall, this is a great Mach 1. It has a heck of a look to it. You have the staggered set of 15-inch Magnum 500s. It just gives it a nice muscle car look. I'm a huge Ford fanatic. This is a great car. I love the aftermarket ram air setup. It'd be the first thing that I would do if I owned one of these cars. If it didn't have a ram air setup, that'd be the first thing I'd add to it. You have the factory AC that has been converted, which blows nice and cold. Yes, there are a few little things to do, like some of the little drips we talked about, some of the little lights and miscellaneous items that are not working, but nothing is egregious. It's all minor stuff. So it's a really, really good car. Just a fun Mach 1 with a lot of good aspects to it. So as always, I appreciate y'all stopping in to watch another one of my virtual descriptions. Make sure you check out the test drive video along with the additional informations tab, which are both posted on my website, pcclassiccars.com. I will catch you guys on the next virtual description, and I hope you have a fantastic weekend.